this continues to do this, then the high
Since
is
1978, Dick Albert, affectionately known as Dickie, has had the tough job of predicting New England's seemingly unpredictable weather. While it is a task that can bring any good forecaster a headache from time to time, it's a challenge that Dick thrives on.
I get very excited about it. I've been excited about it since I was about 5 years old, so it's not hard for me to get excited about talking about the weather. And to be enthusiastic about something that you really like is something that seems to be a natural.
Ever since he can remember, Dick has wanted to be a meteorologist. Growing up in Newton, Massachusetts, even as a small child, he had a curious excitement about the outdoors and the weather.
My mother tells me that when I was 4, she can remember that it would start to snow and I would go sort of bananas, that I wanted to be outside, I wanted to be in it.
That hasn't changed. Even now, if any sort of bad weather is on the way, you can bet Dick Albert will be out in it.
I just can't relax. I want to be out in it. I want to see whether it's going to happen, especially if it's 11 o'clock and I say it's going to start snowing at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's very difficult for me to go to sleep until, damn it, that has started to happen.
Dick admits he also has lost sleep over bad forecasts. While he prides himself for his accuracy, New England's fickle weather has gotten the best of him from time to time.
Coming into New England, I really hadn't totally screwed up too many forecasts. But I always go back to the same one. In 1981 on a Friday, I'm saying the storm is going to go out to sea and there's going to be a couple of snowflakes and don't worry about it. And Sunday morning I woke up and there's about 21 inches of snow on the ground. This humongous storm. A couple of viewers called and said, I don't know how you can be wrong so often and still keep your job. But for the most part, they were nice.
While the weather aspect of television forecasting has come easily to Dick, the show business aspect has not. He's actually a very shy person, not the celebrity type at all.
I can remember growing up and kind of being in the background in high school and sort of being in the cracks of life.
Down in the cracks, huh, Dick?
A late bloomer, they call me.
But bloom he did. After graduating from Newton South High School, Dick went on to receive a bachelor's and master's degree in meteorology from the University of Michigan. There he met and married Mary Ann Plato. He served for 5 years in the United States Air Force as a weather forecaster.
You're supposed to give the details.
Yes, I am going to give the details. Here comes the details.
I like your green outfit, too.
Oh, thank you.
His career in television didn't begin until the early 70s, when he landed a job at station KOB in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I used to think about, well, gee, how many people are watching me and they're going to see me, and what if I can't smile right, and what if I can't talk, and what if my mouth gets dry? I used to worry about these things and stuff like that. I used to go to work. I used to think sometimes that I was going to get sick. I was so nervous. I get tonight, and I think I have tomorrow, too.
Dick survived those early years, and today has emerged as Boston's most popular television weatherman. Being a meteorologist, it's an exact science. When you combine an exact science with entertainment, what does that do to you? I mean, how do both of them mesh?
There's two parts of it. To me, there's the part that you glean from being a scientist. The other part is the communicating part of it. To me, making it interesting and making it simple, because you can't talk in terms, in very strict scientific terms. It's difficult to understand those kind of terms. Instead of saying, well, I'm really not sure what's going to happen over the weekend, I'll say that it's too close to call.
Your relationship with Natalie and Chet is a good one, but you are really friends, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We're very good friends, and it's easy to talk to somebody on the air when you know them and when they're good friends, and when you don't really think about what you're going to say to each other.
What is cat?
Can I guess?
Yes, you can.
Clear air turbulence.
Oh, goodness sakes. Why did I say yes?
Was that wrong?
Right.
Generally, we can smile and chuckle a little bit about Dickie and his quizzes and his little euphemisms, and he takes well to that. He's easy to work with. He makes you very comfortable.
You have to be in sync in terms of your sense of humor. Like what I find funny, if he didn't find funny, it would be a disaster. I think the thing that makes him work, and one of the things that adds to the comfort in addition to the personal relationship, is that he's very good at what he does. And I think he's good at what he does because he loves it so much.
His sense of responsibility doesn't stop at the weather forecasts. Dick also feels a responsibility to the community at large. He visits schools as many as 3 days a week, talking to children about the weather.
I get along with kids very well. And when I go to the schools, the kids get involved with me and I get involved with them. And I like to see them, they just react and they want to learn and they laugh and we have good times together.
Let's get into the weather wagon now and find out more about that, exactly why it's so dry and why there's no clouds out there.
Dick does more than just visit schools. He's involved in several Channel 5 projects to educate children about weather and much more.
When you're not with a parent or an adult friend, you've got to look out for yourself. I'd like to do programs, many more programs about either teaching kids about things of science or teaching kids social problems and what they're going through would be something I'd like to do a lot more.
All of these commitments, along with the special pressures of being in the public eye, would seem to put a strain on Dick's family life. But that's not the case. Dick lives in Newton with his wife, Mary Ann, and his 2 sons, Mark, 16, and Matt, 9. How do your kids, Mark and Matthew, feel about their dad being on the air?
Well, I think that they like it a lot. I think that sometimes it adds a little bit of a stress in their life.
A lot of people ask me, isn't it so weird having your father be a celebrity? But it's not really, I never thought of it as that way, because when I was growing up, I didn't really know what celebrity meant or anything. So it's just always been, he's just a regular father.
What makes your marriage to Mary Ann work?
We're great pals, and we just love to be with each other. So that's, well, I think if you can communicate and you can be pals, and then everything else kind of works.
He is considerate and warm and loving, and I know it sounds too good to be true, but he's enviable as a husband.
It'd be really great for me if I could grow up and have a family as close and as happy as we are, and to be just as good at a profession as he is.